Okay, welcome back to Fully Theoretical. We're going to take another attempt here at the geometric series, this time on the practice questions. I'm only going to do one or two because I don't want to give out all the answers, of course. If you're working on this, do the work yourself. Otherwise, why even take the course? Obviously. What are you talking about? Who would ever want to cheat? All right, moving on. Let's look at the first one here. So the first term in a geometric series is 64. So let me make sure I'm on my correct layer here. Good enough. So 64 is the first term. Oh boy, I can do better than that. Here we go. 64. Okay. And the common ratio is 0.75. I'm just using R as my symbol for that, so 0.75. Very nice. Find the sum of the first four terms in the series. So S sub 4 is what we're looking for here. So what I learned from the worked examples is that these are set up as a division, and what goes here is the first term. So this goes there, and then that is multiplied times 1 minus the ratio, 0.75 to the nth term, which in this case is 4, over 1 minus the ratio. So this should be pretty easy. So this is equals 64. Well, hold on. The thing I gotta think about is, does Khan Academy want me to actually do the math on this? Based on the worked examples, they really didn't seem to. So we're actually gonna go. Let's do this one bit at a time. So 64. Let's see. 64 minus. Find the sum. So they want me to find the sum here. So you know what? Maybe they actually do want me to do the math here. So let's grab a calculator real quick here. So calculator. Okay, here's the calculator. So we have 70. No, it's 0.75. Does this have to the fourth is squared twice, so that'll be good enough. No, they don't want me to do that. For sure they don't. So maybe we can do it without. So getting back over here. So 64 minus 64 to the, you know what, no, okay, I'm sorry, I keep changing this up. So what they want, I'm thinking, is just to leave that undistributed, 0.75 to the fourth over this is wow. This is 0.25 over its 1/4. So I'm thinking 0.25 makes more sense here. So let's try that. Let's see what Khan Academy has to say about it. Let me just move my answer so I can see it while I type. Looks good. Okay, so we have they're looking for an actual decimal amount, because I can't even do, when Khan Academy looks for a formula, that sort of thing, it'll pop into a deal where you can actually punch in each little term. But here, it looks like they're just looking for a decimal. So, so let's see here. I guess I do need the calculator after all. %. So maybe what the thing to do is to actually, here's what we can do, is we can go, because this could be 1/4, and if it's 1/4, that means something divided by a fraction is that thing multiplied by the inverse of the fraction. So this is 4/1, or in this case, just 4. So basically that's 4 times 64 times negative 0.75 to the fourth. It's basically what that is. And then 64, 6, let's see, 12, 24, and then 16. So 124, 130, plus 6, so 140. So because it's 160 times 4 is 240, right? No, let's see. 12, 24. Yeah, it would be 240. So 240 plus 4 times 4 is 16. Yeah. Okay. So 256. Okay, I should have gotten that one. So we have 256 times negative 0.75 to the fourth. Let's see what they like about that, if anything. So 256 times negative, did I do that right? Hold on. So we have 64, we decided not to distribute. 64 times 1 minus all that. 64 times, 1 minus all that. So we messed up. So this is wrong. That is wrong. So it's so maybe what they're looking for is something like that. Well, okay, so here's another interesting thought. So it's the fourth power, right? And there's a negative. So we can do that whole 1 minus that. So minus 1 minus this. What are we squaring? Are we squaring this, or are we squaring this? I think what we're squaring, because what I remember from last time is the common ratio. And the common ratio here is positive. Right there, it's positive. Oh, you can't even see that. Hold on. Common ratio is positive. So I'm thinking that we're not squaring the negative there. So this is the 1. So yeah, this looks correct right here. So let's try that. So 256 so we distributed, so 256 minus, yeah, so 256 minus 256 times 0.75 to the 4th. See if they like that. No, they do not like that. They hate that. Okay. I guess let's try multiplying it out. Get that calculator going. There it is. It's 81. Oh boy. So it should be 175. Let's see if we're right. Huh. Hey, look, I got it right because I backed up far enough. Okay, I'll do one more. Let's go ahead and clear this. Okay. First 3 terms, so S sub 3. First 3 terms geometric series is 171. Okay, that equals 171. Okay. And the common ratio is 2/3. So this one's different because we have to work our way backwards to find out what the first term is, right? So what we know is that s to the n equals this, we'll just call it x, the first term, times 1 minus the ratio, which is 2/3. To the n over 1 minus 2/3. So I'm basically solve for x. Get that fancy x like Sal Khan does here. Okay, so there we go. And we know that this is 3, and that this equals 1. My 1 looks like a 7. Let me try that again. 1, 7, 1. Okay. So now if we multiply both sides by 1 minus 2, 3, well, so first of all, 1 is the same as, so 1 equals 3 over 3, right? So minus 2 over 3 equals, of course, 1 over 3, right? So we can just multiply times 1/3, right? So, or divide by that. But we're going to multiply by 1/3. So we have x, put in a bracket here, x times 1 minus 2 over 3 to the third times 1/3 equals 171 over 3, 3 into 17, 16, let's see, 7, no, 5. Oh, wrong button. 5, 15, 2, 1, 7. So it's 57. There we go. Is that right? That's one. This is 1/3. We multiplied by 1/3 to eliminate it, essentially. See, but now if we divide by 1/3, it would go away, right? Math is confusing. So what I forgot to do is, let's see, I only multiplied part of this by 1/3. That's what I did wrong. So you can't, okay. So if I had multiplied this by 3, that would have gotten rid of it. So instead of 57, man, I'm doing everything wrong today. So what it really should be, and there is none of this here, that's just nothing. So what we do here is, because that equals 1 over 3, right? Multiply it times 3, which is the same as 3 over 1, cancels out. So that's what I really actually need to do. So this is why I'm bad at math. Okay, so 171 times 3, we have 3, 1, carry the 2, we have 3, now it's 5, so it's 513. Okay, 513. And because we're looking for x right here, what we need to do is actually divide both sides by this expression right there. So 1 minus 2 over 3 cubed so we have x equals, see, this is what my normal x's look like. That's what Sal Khan's x's looks like. I need to get on his level. So let's try this one more time. Oh yeah, much better. X equals, now let's figure this out. So 2 over 3 cubed, so that times 2 over 3 like that equals 4, 8, 9, 21, no, 27. 8 over 27 times 1. So 513 divided by 8 over 27 is the same as 27 over 8 times 513. So we have 513 times 27 over 8. With these kinds of arithmetics, we could do the prime factorization, but I'm just too lazy for that right now. So we're just going to get the calculator. Where is it at? Okay, here we go. So 513 times 27 over 8. Did I type that in wrong? I must have. 513 times 27 divided by 8. This is not looking too promising. Let's back up and see if we made a mistake. So we have 3 terms. 171 is the sum. Common ratio is 2/3. Okay. 171, third term, 2/3. Okay. 3x is what we're looking for, because what's the first term? Okay. 1 minus 2/3 cubed. That's right. Over 1 minus 2/3. That's correct. That equals 171. That's correct. So this is, I know this is correct. And I know that we are in fact looking to solve for x, so that's all right. So what did we do? We said x times, so we multiplied, so this right here, 1 minus 2/3 is 3/3 minus 2/3 is 1/3. It's 1 over 3. If you multiply times 3, something, let's see. Okay, I think I figured out what I did wrong here. So this is 1/3. Something divided by 1/3 is the same as it times 3. So this is, yeah, this is, I made a pretty big mistake here. So it is a challenge sometimes figuring out what you did wrong. This is all wrong. Okay, trying this like 14th times ago. Okay, so we have, this is, okay, so this is basically 1 over 3. If you divide something by 1 over 3, it's basically multiplying it by 3. So we have 3, that's in the wrong spot, 3 times x. So should I, well, we'll just do it like this. So 3 times x times 1 minus 2 over 3 cubed. $171. So now I can divide both sides by 3, which we did before, which I think was 56. So where's that calculator at? See, this is where math gets confusing. So 57. Okay. So this is 57. Okay. It's 57, that is, when you divide both sides by 3. Like that. Now it's 57. Okay. So I was on the right track earlier, I just got it wrong. Now we can divide by this expression. What happened to my brush size? Okay, so now that crosses out, and we get left with x equals this expression, 2/3 cubed, right? So we did that already, 2/3, so it was 8/27 times 1 is that. So yeah, so 57 times 27/8. So yeah, that was right. So we have 57 times 27 divided by 8. Well, it doesn't look like a good answer because it's not an even decimal, but I mean, let's try it. 192.375. No, it's not right. Where am I making a mistake? First three terms, x times 1 minus r to the n. Maybe the negative has something to do with it. So if this was here and not here, okay. So if it was here, two-thirds would that change anything? Negative 2/3 cubed would be that same well, here's the problem. Okay. Problem is, wait, no. Because no, this canceled out because I multiplied times 3. This is 1/3, which is multiplying times 3. So that gives us x, the fancy x, hold on, x 1 times negative 2/3 cubed times 3 divided by 3. 3 cancels. This becomes 57. See, I remember now. So that means I can clean this up. Like that. Okay. Well, I don't need the parentheses, the print there. So 1 times negative 2 over 3 cubed. Okay. So that equals x. That equals fancy x. A very nice fancy x. So the 1 is so maybe this is it, because I've been eliminating the 1, but maybe what it really isn't 1 times this, it's 1 minus that cubed. So is it 1 minus 8 over 27? Or is it 1 times negative 8 over 27? Because those are two very different things. So this is just negative 8 over 27. So let's work it both ways. So negative 8 over 27 would be negative 192. We already did the math on that. This, however, this would be, let's see, it'll be something different. So we need 27 over 27 minus 8 over 27. So that would mean we'd end up with 57 times 27 over 19. Let's try that. $81. Yeah, I bet you anything that's what it is. Yeah, okay. So the problem here was, so first of all, we know the answer is not this way. It's this way. This is correct right here. So that's a C if you couldn't tell. When we set up right here, let's see, where does this eventually go from? This is basically, it's basically this right here. Basically this right here where you have x times 1 minus r to the n, right here. So what I did is I took this and I thought it was 1 times r to the n, which is clearly wrong. So this is the sort of thing that I gotta watch out for to make sure that I'm subtracting and not multiplying. All right, well, that's gonna do it for the video. If you want to see more, go ahead and comment or do something, or, you know, subscribe, I guess. I have like 2 views so far, so honestly, just getting another view is pretty cool at this point. So anyways, thanks again. Hope this was helpful.